Imagine waking up to hear that a sitting Conservative MP has just declared his own party finished and walked straight into the arms of Nigel Farage. That's exactly what happened this week when Danny Kruger stunned Westminster by defecting to Reform UK. If one of the brightest stars on the Tory right now believes the Conservatives are beyond saving, what does that mean for the future of British politics? Kruger didn't hold back. Standing next to Nigel Farage, he bluntly declared that the Tories are finished. No chance of recovery, no hope for revival. A shocking statement from a man who only months ago was part of Kemi Badenoch's shadow cabinet and once a loyal foot soldier under Boris Johnson. So what drove him to abandon a party he had dedicated his entire career to? Was it principle or ambition? Let's not forget Danny Kruger isn't some backbench. Nobody, he is a serious political figure with a long history on the conservative right. He once served as a key speechwriter for David Cameron back in the early days of his leadership. He worked in the policy unit shaping Tory ideas. He managed Robert Jenrick's leadership campaign after the last election. He was seen as one of the most committed voices defending traditional values and warning against the drift to the center ground. If someone like that is jumping ship, doesn't it tell us something very significant? And here's where it gets even more interesting. Just last year, Kruger called Reform a destructive force. He said it wasn't honest and even argued it would be a tragedy if it ever replaced the Conservatives as Britain's main right-wing party. Now fast forward to today, and he is standing shoulder to shoulder with Nigel Farage saying, Reform is the only hope for the country. How do you explain such a dramatic U-turn? Is this evidence of Reform's growing power or proof of the Tories' total collapse? This is also personal. Kruger has been one of the strongest social conservatives in Parliament. He has spoken out against abortion, arguing unborn children also deserve rights. He has opposed assisted dying, even while his own mother, Dame Prue Leith, publicly supported it. They even made a Channel 4 documentary together in 2023, exploring their clashing views. He champions traditional family values, declaring that marriage between men and women is the only foundation for a safe society. Some applaud him. Others say he is out of step with modern Britain. Where do you stand on that? And let's not overlook the blow this deals to Kemi Badenoch. She is trying to lead a fractured Conservative party back to strength. Losing Kruger from her own shadow cabinet is not only embarrassing, it raises the question, can she keep control of her MPs, or will more walk away? If Kruger thinks the party is doomed, how many others are quietly thinking the same? Are we about to see a flood of defections? At this point, I want to hear from you directly. If you were in Danny Kruger's shoes, would you stay and fight to rebuild the Conservatives from within, or would you join Reform to chase a fresh start? Tell us in the comments below, because your perspective matters and fuels the debate here on England. Now 7. Now let's think about the bigger picture. Could Reform actually replace the Conservatives as the dominant right-wing force in Britain? For decades, the Tories have been the natural party of government. But what if the public no longer trusts them? What if Reform wins the next general election? Would Britain see radical change, or would it simply be chaos under a new populist banner? There's another layer here. The timing could not be worse for Rishi Sunak's party, already struggling in the polls, already losing members and activists, already accused of betraying their core voters. Now they watch as a sitting MP publicly walks away, saying they are finished. Does this mark the beginning of the end for the Conservative Party, or just another bump in the road? And think about the voters in East Wiltshire. Kruger was elected as a Conservative. He is now representing them as Reform UK MP. How will his constituents react? Will they feel betrayed, or will they admire his honesty and conviction? Will they even re-elect him under the Reform banner? Or will this gamble end his political career altogether? Even Kruger's personal story adds fuel to the debate. In 2021, he was fined after his Jack Russell puppy caused a deer stampede in Richmond Park. Not the most flattering headline, but it shows he is a man who finds himself in controversy, whether inside Parliament or outside. It begs the question, is he a fearless truth-teller or a reckless risk-taker? And remember, Kruger once co-chaired the New Conservatives, a group of MPs pushing for tougher policies on immigration and social reform. His defection suggests that wing of the party may no longer believe the Tories can deliver on their promises if more of them follow what will be left of the Conservative brand. Now let me ask you again, Could this be the moment that finally hands Keir Starmer and Labour an open goal? If the right splits between Tories and Reform, does Labour automatically cruise into power? Or could Reform actually take enough seats to reshape the whole political map of Britain? It's a question every voter needs to think about. As we move closer to the next general election, Kruger's defection forces us to confront some uncomfortable truths. Are the Conservatives truly finished? Is Nigel Farage the future of the right? And most importantly, what kind of country do you want Britain to become? Do you want tradition or transformation, stability or disruption, continuity or radical change? Before we close, I want you to share your thoughts down below. Do you believe Danny Kruger made the right decision, or do you think he has just thrown away his career? Would you back Reform in the next election, or are you sticking with the Tories? Your comments are the heartbeat of this channel, and we read everyone, so don't hold back. And if you value independent political analysis, make sure you like this video and subscribe to England Now 7 so you never miss a single update. Together we can keep these conversations alive and shining a light on the future of Britain. Sources: Daily Mail, Sky News, The Telegraph.